Hello everyone, we're going to continue with our angle sum formulas, and today we're just going to do some with tangent, which is very similar, but you get a little bit more like fraction stuff to deal with. So let me go through a couple with you, and we're definitely going to need these formulas, so I'm going to keep these on all my slides, and we'll just keep referencing them. So we're going to start off kind of the same way we were doing the other problems, where we're going to draw some helper triangles. So I know that I have cosine of A and sine of B, so I'll make two of them. And I'm going to say, okay, this is angle A, and if you tell me the cosine of A, you're giving me the adjacent and the hypotenuse side, and the sine of B, you're giving me opposite and hypotenuse. Okay, so you're all going to need to do Pythagorean theorem here. I'm just going to do some calculator work. I'm going to say 25 squared minus 24 squared. That's square root of 49 is 7, so I know this guy is 7. And then I'll do 61 squared minus 60 squared. And that'll get me 121. So that means square root of 121 is 11. So this is 11. Now that I've got my sides, I can start to use this formula. And this formula is a little bit messier. Notice we're using the tangent sum formula. So I'm using the one on the top. There's a plus sign in the top and minus sign in the bottom. So just be careful with your signs. I'm going to say the tangent of S, so the tangent of A would be opposite over adjacent, 7 over 24, plus the tangent of the second angle is opposite over adjacent, so 60 over 11. And that's all over 1 minus in this formula. And then this is their product, so 7 over 24 times 60 over 11. Now, to add fractions, you need a common denominator. But down here, you can just multiply across. So 7 times 60 and 24 times 11. This is going to be more annoying. To add them, we need to get a common denominator. I'm just going to multiply the denominators times each other. So this one's going to get a 24, and that one's going to get an 11. There is a lot of calculator work here. I'm going to, again, do some numbers here. I need 7 times 11. That one's easy. I need 60 times 24. And I need 11 times 24 for the top. So I have in the top 77 plus 60 times 24 is 1440. And that's all over 11 times 24. 240 and 24 make 264. 264. So that's in the top. Now in the bottom, I'm just going to write this as 1 minus 7 times 60, so 420 divided by 24 times 11. Again, 24 times 11 is 264. And you will notice that in these problems, you end up with that denominator in the top and bottom here. That's a good sign that we're doing it right. So we got to deal with the fractions now. I'm going to, in the top, do 77 plus 1440, which is 1517. So I have 1,517, 1517 over 264 in the top. And in the bottom, I have to get a common denominator, but I'm going to kind of do this in my head because this is 264. So this is really 264 over 264. If you're trying to have 1, just think of it as 264 minus 264, or over 264. Now I'm going to do minus 420. So 264 minus 420 is negative 156. Negative 156 over 264. And the nice thing about these problems is that once you get it to here, hopefully you kind of realize you can think of it as copy, change, flip. 1517 over 264 times 264 over negative 156, and those cancel, and you get 1,517 over 156, and I'll just say it's a negative number. Okay? So you get kind of messy answers, but the nice thing about them is they usually clean up and that denominator goes away. So you have some strategies you should look for, like some things that should happen as you're going to kind of keep track of things. That's pretty much the game. Okay, so we'll do a few more and then you'll try your delta mass. That's the plan. Let's try another one. This says cosine of A is 11 over 61, so I'm going to draw a helper triangle for that one. A. This is 11 and 61. And then I need another one for B. So for tangent of B, 24 over 7. So I'll do Pythagorean theorem for this first one. 61 squared minus 11 squared is 3,600. So the square root of that, 60. So the missing side here is 60. This is a Pythagorean triple. You actually don't even need the hypotenuse, though, because you're going to use tangent. So I'm just going to be like, whatever. I could find it. It's going to be 25, but it doesn't matter, okay? So when I do my formula, notice how it's a minus b. There's nothing in here that's not a tangent. So I know the tangent of b, so I'm good. I'm going to say the tangent of a, which is 60 over 11, 60 over 11 minus the tangent of b, 24 over 7, all over, now be careful, the minus one has a plus in the bottom, 1 plus 60 over 11 times 24 over 7. Okay, so you kind of start to see we're going to have to get a common denominator, 7 and 7, 11 and 11. Okay, in the top, I have a denominator of 77. 7 times 60 is 420, and 24 times 11, we just did 24 times 11, it's 264. Okay, 24 times 10 is 240. Add one more, you get 264. In the bottom, it's 77 is the denominator. So again, I'm kind of skipping a step here. I'm just writing that as 77 over 7. And now I got to do 60 times 24, just to be careful. Is that 1440 again? Yeah, 1440 again. Okay. 1440 for 77. Okay. So we have the top and the bottom now. We need to simplify. So I'll do 420 minus 264. That's 156 over 77. And when you add those together, you get 1517 over 77. Now it's just a matter of canceling out the 77s, but I'll write it all out just so you see it. 156 over 77 times 77 over 1517, and you get 156 over 1,517. Again, weird fractions, that's okay. We have exact answers for really messy problems, okay, but we have an exact answer. So let's do a couple more. Same idea. Notice they gave you tangent in this one, so I'm not even going to draw a triangle because I don't even need it. Okay, I'm going to draw the one for A because I need that helper triangle. This is 7 and 25, and like I said before, that's a triple, 7, 24, 25. So great, I got 7, 24, 25. You can do the Pythagorean theorem, 25 squared minus 7 squared, but when you get 576, nope, square root of 576 is 24. Okay, there. So I've got that one. Like I said, I don't need to do anything with B because they gave me tangent already, so I'm not going to waste my time. I'm going to use the tangent sum formula. So the tangent of the first angle is 7 over 24, and then it's plus 20 over 21. They gave it to us. 20 over 21 is the tangent of the second angle over, and remember, if the signs are always opposite, 1 minus 7 over 24 times 20 over 21. We're going to get a common denominator. You could probably not, like, you could get, they have a 3 in common. So we could not necessarily multiply them together, but just because I'm just trying to do it the same way every time, I'm just going to multiply them together. I don't care if it's the least common denominator. That's why I got a calculator. Okay? So my denominator in the top is 21 times 24. So 21 times 24. Can I use this keypad? No, it doesn't work. 21 times 24. 21 times 24. 504. So I have 504 as the denominator down here. And I have to figure out the top. 7 times 21 is 147. So I got 147 plus 480. 20 times 24 is 480. In the denominator, again, I have that 24 times 21, so it's 504 over 504. And I'm going to say minus 7 times 20 is 140 over 504. Okay. So when I simplify this, 147 and 480 make 5, how many do we get? 627? Yeah, 580, yeah, 627. 627 over 504, and that's all over. 504 minus 140 is 364 over 504. And you can kind of just be like, look, those are going to go away. And you get 627 over 364. Okay, the denominator and the numerator are getting divided by the same thing. You can cancel it out. Okay. All right, one more, and then you guys can try your delta maths. So they gave us tangent of A. Take the win. Don't need to worry about it, but I will draw a helper triangle for B. So sine of B is 4/5. That means this side is 3. Great. Now I have the tangent of B is 4/3. So A minus B, so the tangent of the first angle, the tangent of A is 15 over 8. The tangent of the second angle is 4/3. Big fraction bar. And now remember, it's 1 plus 15 over 8 times 4/3. Get a common denominator. I'll just multiply them times each other, like I said, just to be consistent. And I can do this one in my head because the denominator is 24. 45 minus 32. And down here, again, 24 over 24. That's what 1 is. 4 times 50, 4 times 15 is 60. So 45 minus 32, there's your 13, and that's over 24. All over 24 plus 60 is 84 over 24, and we'll just cancel those out, and you get 13 over 84. So pretty much every problem, you're going to need to get a helper triangle. Sometimes you need 2. The last 2, we only needed 1 of them, but the first 2, we drew both. You will end up getting a common denominator in the numerator, and then you will have to get a common denominator in the bottom as well, but that's easy because it always has 1. And once you copy, change, flip, usually you should be able to cancel out that denominator for both of them. So go ahead and give it a shot, and make sure you hit that like and subscribe button.